Step to the right. Step to the right. On your ball.
And our boys' 2010 Foot Locker National Championship final is underway. They're out very quickly also, trying to establish position, but our boys' championship race over that little hill and 300 meters down to the first quarter mile mark. We expect to see a race similar to the girls with a very fast pace here with our defending champion. We've only had 2 other boys ever repeat as the champion here in the Foot Locker National Championships over 32 years, and that's Jansen O'Shure, big tall boy there in the orange, did just what he did in the regional. He went out very, very fast in the regional. He is out very quickly there. You see Billy Orman right next to him. Lukas Verzbicas, our defending champion, also out very quickly, and they're coming up to the first quarter mile very fast. Oh my goodness, we're going to be right at 60 seconds. 60 seconds for the first quarter mile, out very quickly. In that lead group, you figure everybody looking at Lukas Verzbicas. He is the defending champion. He's right there running in third. He certainly will key everybody's performance here today. They make the turn, start heading up on the uphill, coming back to the 800-meter mark.
It's okay to do that in the first very bit of the race, but you have to sort of settle into your race plan in order to let that play out.
That's John Murray there on the right, if you're looking up on the screen, and that's Jansen O'Shure on the left. Verzbicas, the Midwest Regional Champion right there, and right on his shoulder, Billy Orman, the West Regional Champion. They're out very quickly through the first 800 meters. You're right about that, a lot of speed. O'Shure is a 4:08 miler. Lukas certainly very fast, a 4:04 miler. These are some very quick runners in here, but it does look like you're not going to be able to sit and kick because they're going to go out pretty hard here as they head to the first 800 meters.
You know, it's anyone's race out here. I mean, we obviously know there's a few that have, great accolades and have done many great things, but you're running against the top runners in the country here, and so it's anyone's race, and everyone needs to realize that. We have a move here, a big move right around the corner there.
John Murray trying to take that pace, trying to sneak, and that was a quick first 800. 2:17 through the first 800, and now he decides to push that pace a little bit here. Out very quickly, John Murray from Shrewsbury. He is out quick. It'd be very unusual to gap the field this early, especially at such an experienced field coming around the pool. Coming by the start line. Boy, that's a big chase group right behind you, though, isn't it? Lukas trying to make sure he doesn't let anybody get too far away. O'Shure, Orman.
You know, some people try different things in this race. There's tight turns. You never know what's going to happen.
Lukas Verzbicas, though, matching that move, coming right back up on him. You can see everybody seeing that Lukas is starting to move up. Orman right there, and then you can see Futsum Sedna Selassie also moving up. He chased Lukas down in that regional. Verzbicas had quite a lead in the Midwest Regional, and Zeno Selassie closed on him there, and Verzbicas ended up winning by just about 2.5 seconds, but he is pushing, and Orman trying to match him stride for stride. You can see him chasing right there, and then Jansen O'Shure also in there, but it's Verzbicas is our leader now, running very well with John Murray, Fitsum Zeno Selassie moving into third, Billy Orman, Jansen O'Shure. That's our top 5.
O'Shure has been here before. He knows this course as well. He's going to put himself in position to be where he wants to finish. He ended up getting beat at his regionals, and it's payback sometimes when you come back here for the final race of the year.
Verzbicas right there and Zeno Selassie, they know each other well. 1-2 in their regional. They know. Pace seems to have slowed down just a tad, and we're packing back up again, probably getting ready for that big hill. People thought that was a pretty quick first 800 meters and said, wait a minute, we got 2 big hills to go. They're going to approach the first hill here in just a second. We'll get a mile time, but as you can see, we're packing back up again. But Lukas Verzbicas staying out of trouble. They'll cross the road here in just a second, and we'll get our first mile split here. Over across the road and coming up to the mile. Looks like we're going to be right around in that 4:45 range. So we slowed up a little bit over that second half mile, and that's why we packed up again. But now we're up the hill the first time. As we mentioned during the girls' race, this hill is almost a full quarter mile from the bottom all the way to the top. Now, there are a couple spots where it levels out a little bit, but this is the steepest spot. If you haven't been over there, it's about 120 meters of very steep uphill on the dirt. They make this turn and it levels off on the grass. Then it starts to go up again and all the way to the top for the downhill.
Yeah, that's why you don't see a lot of the spectators way up there, because it's tough getting up that hill.
Well, that's why we got the camera for you, so you don't have to go up that hill. All right. Verzbicas still in control. Zena Selassie still in that group. But as you can see, 12, 14 boys all right there at the lead. Virtually the whole pack there. Everybody trying to stay close to see what goes on here on this first downhill. That looks like Eddie Owens running very well also now, moving up into pushing that pace. They make the turn, they'll go a little bit more, and then they'll go very steep on this downhill here. We'll see, just like we mentioned on the girls' side, you can't go too hard on this downhill, but boy, we are flying. That is a very, very steep downhill. Bob Kennedy, our national champion one year, actually won the championship falling on this very hill, did a roll, got right back up, and kept on going. Those Midwest kids are tough.
We sure are.
Eddie Owens running very well. He's our leader. Lukas Verzbicas right there, and Zena Selassie in third. Morgan Pearson from the east running well. And Jimmy Clark, our South champion, also in that chase group in that top 5. So unlike our girls race where Ashland took it from the lead, we've got a good race here, and we've got a lot of boys in contention. We've only got 3 right there, but that winner could still come out of anywhere. They're close enough.
They are close enough. And, you know, the thing is we can see Lukas. He's covering moves. He's covering moves. And that's what you do as a runner. You have to cover moves. If you let people get away, they get away. So it's fun to see people. It's fun to see these runners covering each other's moves, even though it might not be exactly what they planned for. But they're gonna race today, and that's what we're here for.
You got to believe that Zena Selassie let him get a little bit away in the Midwest Regional. He's not going to do that here. And our 2 Midwest, first and second in the Midwest, and they are starting to pull away, coming up the hill, trying to separate themselves from everyone else. Lukas Verzbicas puts some Zena Selassie running 1-2. Billy Orman leading that chase group there, that pack. Large group there, as again, starting to separate a little bit here. It gets very tough on these young men. They have run very hard over this first mile and a half, and the pace is picking up now. Zach Wills leading that chase group along with Billy Orman. They are right there running 1-2 in that lead and that chase group with Verzbicas and Zena Selassie. Billy Orman, the West Regional champion, trying to push that pace a little bit there as he's pushing the group there, trying to catch up and gap them. But it's Verzbicas and Zena Selassie, mano a mano there as they go down, and Verzbicas trying to open up. He is a very quick, he's a 4:04 miler. He's run very fast on the track. Again, our defending national champion, but Footsum not letting him get away at all. You talk about matching moves.
Yeah.
He's matched him for the last mile and a quarter. Not going to let him get away with this one.
And Zena Selassie was here as a freshman in 08. He was 7th there here, and you know, he is a great athlete. He's won the Indiana State Championships 3 times. You know, he knows how to run cross country. We can't forget about him. Lukas is a great athlete. He's a triathlete. He loves to swim. He loves to bike. He loves to run. These 2 are class acts, and they're running great.
Boy, they really do. They have pushed the pace, trying to pull away from the group, and they have opened up even more. So they are really running quick here. The question is Verzbicas making this move and taking it out of Zena Selassie, or Zena Selassie just matching it stride for stride? And Verzbicas continues to pick up the pace. Very quick, coming up to the 2 mile. When they come out of the trees, we've got a mile to go. And along with them, also moving up, Tony Smorgowitz from the Midwest, also moving up well, chase group. Billy Orman in that group. James Martin from Indiana, Zach Wills, also Jimmy Clark, our South Regional champion. But it looks now, we've got 2 guys. It'd be very odd for both of them to falter. Our winner might just come out of this group, coming by the 2 mile mark now, right at 9:32. So they have picked up the pace.
Verzbicas told us beforehand that his mental training is concentration for the race ahead. He likes to concentrate. He's using that right now. You can see it's almost as if he's in his zone. We don't know from Zenith Selassie, he didn't share his secret of mental training, but this is where in the race where you really tap into that. You're starting to get tired. You've got to start telling yourself you can do this, positive mental affirmations, and they're tapping into that right now.
Looks like we may have a move. This has been pretty commonplace to do it here back in front of the crowd, but Lukas Verzbicas trying to put the hammer down, and he has gapped Zenith Selassie about 10 meters here. They had a 15-second lead over the pack at 2 miles. That's huge at this stage, but they are running very well. Verzbicas, though, putting the hammer down, trying to repeat as the national champion. Smorgowitz trying to move up, Orman trying to move up. A great race there, battling, as we mentioned earlier. The top 15 spots are in All-American status, the coveted All-American status, and all these boys fighting for that. A great battle in there, but Lukas Verzbicas, he looks strong. He's been nursing a little bit of a lower leg injury. It doesn't seem to be affecting him at all. People said he might be tired. He's raced very hard this year, but boy, he doesn't look tired at all. He is running very quickly. Just to give you a little perspective, the boys course record, another great record. It's unbelievable, 14:36 by the great Ruben Reyna, set all the way back in 1985. Lukas Verzbicas is really running well, though, and he continues to pull away just like Ashlyn Cuff did in the girls' race. Verzbicas makes that turn, takes a little glance, but boy, he sure looks good.
He does. He looks great. Very smooth, very in control. Excited. I mean, to be a 2-time Foot Locker national champion is amazing. This kid is a lot to look forward to in the future.
He is a world-class junior triathlete. Continues to, and he does want to continue to pursue that sport as well as the sport of distance running. But boy, after this performance here, there's going to some people want to talk to him. We've got 1, 2, 3 Midwest now. An outstanding effort. Tony Smorgowitz has moved up well into third, so they are running very well. In fact, we've got the Midwest in 5 of the first 6 spots. Billy Orman, the only one to break up that group. He is running in 4th from the West. Chris Waldron and James Martin also running well. And Andrew Gardner, the young sophomore, 9:01 as a freshman for 3,200. He finished very well in the West Regional, also moved up quite well over the last half mile. So he has measured himself, maybe our champion in the next year or two to come. I mean, to run that well as a sophomore here, you'd really have to say it's a great effort. Verzbicas making up the top over these, on the steep part, the tough part, if you will, and his stride just looks great still. That's pretty much of a level part. They make this turn, but you don't see any effort. Really, he is really looking into control. He's got just about 800 meters to go now. Lukas Verzbicas on his way to his 2nd national championship at the top of the hill. You can just see him all the way from here to the top. It's a beautiful shot in a beautiful day in San Diego, getting a little warm, but I don't think that's going to affect Lukas Verzbicas. He looks like nothing's going to stop him. Just about to make the turn, and he's on the downhill.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 600 meters to go, and he is looking great.
Yeah, he's really opened it up now. He's taking his time. He's being careful on that hill. You can see him shaking it out, getting ready to put that final push on, but he looks so in control, and what an awesome race for him today. If he can get to the finish line on his 2 feet, he's going to have a great day here.
Everybody thought last year, could he do it? He was a great runner. Everybody knew he was great, but could he do it under this national competition, this level? And he certainly proved he could. He won by 15 seconds. Looks like he might be out trying to run even a little faster. He is 13:38 with a quarter mile to go. So he looks like he's going to be in a sub-15 range if he wants to push it. Again, just like Asha, knowing to push him to that time, but he is running an incredible effort. A sub-15 on this course is phenomenal, phenomenal, and he is really running well. He's going to be under 15, it looks like. We've got a great race there. We'll keep an eye on those other places, but Zenith Selassie, Smorgowitz still running in 3rd. Andrew Gardner has passed Billy Orman, but they're running in 4 and 5. Chris Waldron in 6th. Eddie Owens in 7th. James Martin in 8th. Ryan Pickering in 9th. Chad Noel in 10th. He is now coming up 200 meters to go. He is going to be under 15. A great effort. Lukas Verzbicas will enjoy his coronation, if you will, heading up the hill here. He will become only the 3rd boy in 32 years to repeat as the Foot Locker national champion, and he is going to enjoy this moment.
He is enjoying it. He's got that smile on his face, Tim. He's feeling it.
Oh my, he is cruising to a sub 15. Futsum Zenisalasi holding on, running very well.
Great race.
We've got a good battle. Gardner trying to move up very well here. Jimmy Clark, they're trying to get for, and we have an unofficially under 15 for Verzbicas. Orman is in 5th. This is a very, very quick race. Our times, our 5th place was 15:15 today. That is incredible. It looks like you're going to have to run somewhere around 15:30 today to make the 15 in the top All-American status. That is an incredible race. Verzbicas picking that pace up and bringing it home like that has made everybody run fast today. Let's go and bring all these boys as they come across the finish line. What a fascinating and phenomenal race. Every single boy under 16 minutes in that race. That's incredible. Very, very fast. We'll get an official time. Verzbicas could have even wanted to push that, be in that 14:50 range, which would be incredible. Just a great race, and he repeats.